Hey everyone, today me and my dad went to Petaling Street in Kuala Lumpur for a small food treat. Petaling Street is the Chinatown of KL, one of the earliest developed areas of the city and also one of the culinary highlights of the city. As many tourist-infested areas, Petaling Street is sometimes seen as overrated. I personally have not much idea about this place, so this is a fresh experience for both you and me. Anyway, sit back and enjoy, maybe grab something to eat while you're at it. First up, we came to this unassuming location, famous for their porridge. Hon Kee have been serving their porridges since 1949 in this place. That's like before even got our independence. One of their highlights is the fresh raw fish porridge. The piping hot porridge is served with a plate of thinly sliced raw fishes on the side. You eat this by dumping the fish slices into the porridge, so the heat will kind of boil it without overcooking it. The porridge is smooth, and yes, the fish is fresh and without any of those fishy undertones. I did not get to try the initial taste because my dad drops in like half bottle of the soy sauce as he said it doesn't taste much. One of their recommendations is Cheong with a sweet red sauce, unlike the usual dark colored sauce. Anyways, Cheong is basically steamed rice rolls served with a sauce. This one is great, not much to comment though. Typical and good old-fashioned Cheong. If you pass by this place, I really do recommend to stop by a while. Next up, we came to this tiny stall with a long line. If you're thinking of some trendy new pastries, nope, it's just tofu. But don't let that bring your excitement down because Kim Soya Bean is one of the highest rated places within the street, and it's no trip to Chinatown without Kim Soya Bean. This is a basic soya milk with chinchou, which is a sort of herbal jelly. It's nothing special, but it does quench my thirst in this weather. The clan de la clan, however, is their tofu fa or soybean pudding for the non-Chinese out there. The store owner has a big pot of tofu and he shaves several pieces from it, dump it in a bowl, drown it with their signature brown sugar syrup, and oh my god, it's great. The tofu itself is smooth and warm. The brown sugar syrup is fragrant but it's not too sweet. And the line is long but it moves quite fast. Totally recommend adding this to your tour. Next up, we have this even smaller stall.
But wow, what a moment. I will never forget.
They specialize in salted roasted duck, which is roasted duck but salted. The meat itself is tender and tastes lightly herbal, but the highlight is definitely the skin, which is slightly crispy and perfectly greasy and fatty in a really good way. I only get to taste this back home since it's hard to munch down a whole dog in the street, but it's still great even though when it's cold. I've been eating it for several days, help! Then, we came to this place for their famous Asam Laksa. Okay, calm your tits, Penangites. No one come close to you when it comes to this, but you guys are far away from us and we need to find some alternatives. This may not be as good as the Penang one, but it does satisfy your Asam Laksa craving. The rich fish broth with chewy noodles, paired with the shrimp paste, it really is a paradise for us and a nightmare for all of you watching. It's an acquired taste, I know, but like durians, you need to overcome your fears so that you can learn to appreciate the good, kinda like BDS. Besides that, the owners and waitress are all very friendly, really be simulating the Penang experience. Learn something from it, Malacca. Stop pandering to Singaporean customers. We then passed by a very famous Machi stall, and if you're wondering, Machi is basically the original Chinese version of the Japanese mochi. I do like the Japanese version better, but sometimes I do have to appreciate my ethnic cuisine. The mochi itself is soft but chewy. I'm not sure how to describe it, but you understand it once you try this, and also some other versions that are hot and chewy. By the way, there's another mochi store next to it essentially selling the same stuff. I would love to see some drama and some hair pulling between two ladies, but it's raining at the moment, so I have to keep my reality show mentality down. Next, we came to a spot that I got unwillingly dragged to by my dad. I wouldn't be here if it's not for my dad's obsession with Hokkien mee. I don't like to criticize much, so I'm gonna speed through this. I'm not stopping you to try though. Maybe it does match your taste, or they eventually pick themselves up and become good again. Anyways, the Beyonce of the restaurant, which is KL style Hokkien mee, was supposed to have that heavy wok hei or that smoked chard flavor to it. It doesn't taste much, to be honest. The noodles are starchy and honestly not much flavor. They have chili paste on the table, but it doesn't elevate anything. It's spicy, but it doesn't really have that chili aroma to it. This restaurant may have been great in the past, but they are past their prime for sure. Truly a prophetic experience in which everything will come to an bitter end. Also remind me not to trust my dad when it comes to selecting restaurants ever again. Then, my final effort of making things right after the godforsaken Hokkien mee. It's a small cafe that I visited with my friends many decades ago. They are an artisanal cafe with some quirky decorations, and it's quite famous for both locals and tourists. It's really rushed that time for some reason, so I didn't get to feel much of the interior because I don't want the barista to stare at me. Anyways, we ordered a dessert called Better Than Sex, which is roti jala with ice cream. Roti jala is a nut-shaped pancake from the southern state of Johor. It's usually paired with curries, but this one is paired with kaya toast ice cream with a very addicting gula melaka sauce. I cannot confirm that it's better than sex because I've never had one. At the ripe age of 27, I should be crying in the room instead of editing this shit. So we have come to an end. The hardest part of making videos like this is actually thinking of what I should say for the commentaries, because I have a goldfish brain, so I usually forgot all the description I have when eating. Anyways, abrupt end. I'm out of things to say. Bye.